Hello from 2K Sports. We're honoring diversity and culture tonight with the So a look at our starters for Orlando. Zach Edey out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Cam Thomas. And it's Gil in at the 3. And for the Lakers, Jason Tatum out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, B.A., the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
That's about as automatic a shot as you can get. Nice jam from Wembanyama.
And Thomas has got the ball here for Orlando. Here's Wembanyama. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Edwards looking it over. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Now here's Thomas. Right now, he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Pass to Gil. Takes the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Goes up on the baseline. It's not going to go for him. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
The long strides of Wembanyama covering a lot of ground there.
Well, Grant, for a late first-round pick, Cam Thomas is a certified bucket.
Yeah, B.A., he's got every shot in the book. And he's still rounding out the other aspects of his game. But if you need to score, that he can provide.
Pass to Gil. Doubled by Jackson. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Against Atlanta, he was really on his game. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Tatum. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the left rim and out. Lakers trail by 6. It's Edwards with a drive. Count it. Good.
Well, that's just their first make in 5 attempts. Maybe that bucket can ignite their offense.
Pass to Wembanyama. Pulls it from the corner. Shot's good. SGA making the play. Wembanyama's got 8 points.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thomas. To the middle. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Orlando with the ball. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, J.J. Redick had a few moments to share with me. He said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be their main focus at the defensive end, and as he put it, Shai's a... riddle because he can light it up from outside, he has the speed to get to the hoop, and he knows how to draw the fouls too. Coach hopes that they stay disciplined and they can keep SGA off the line. Brian, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly really special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
And both free throws good for Edwards.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Now SGA, still without a bucket. Pass to Wembanyama from downtown. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Lakers trail by 7. There's the drive and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And nothing is more terrifying than Giannis on the attack. So powerful when he takes flight.
Here's Gill. To the inside. Orlando moving the ball around. Edey, that's good.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. 7-point differential. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
5 to shoot. Here's SGA. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Edwards. The Lakers trail by 4. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
What a move by Tatum. Finishing strong at the rim.
Orlando has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Antetokounmpo against Williams. Outside Tatum. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by Ori. Orlando leading by 4. Pass to Allen. Now here's SGA. Into the lane. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got his 4th rebound in this one.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
For Orlando, they've got 7 of 13 shots to drop. Williams, a screen on Edwards. From deep, SGA. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach for Los Angeles. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Lewis comes in for Jackson, and it's Jones in for Tatum. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the pick. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, just look at that power. Edwards is unbelievable.
Allen with it. Yet to see a basket. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by... Wembanyama.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And here's Edwards with 1 on the clock. He knocks it down. But wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. And
the previous play is under review.
Get the basket off in time or not.
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available, so you've got to utilize it.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Orlando ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
We've got Nicholas Claxton. Powell is out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Lewis in at small forward. That's the Laker 5.
And showing off his IQ right there. Simmons keeps things simple in pick and rolls and takes what he sees.
Oh, Simmons with the block. And he recovers it. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Allen outside. Off target from outside.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Screen by Claxton. Inside. Pass to Lewis. Now Simmons. From the wing. Williams grabs the board. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Ori passes to Sprewell. Pass to Williams. From 18 feet away, it's rebounded by Los Angeles. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Back to you, Ryan.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Wembanyama, no good. The Lakers in the lead. And the big man, Victor Wembanyama, has set a new standard for shot blocking.
Yeah, look, B.A., we've had some great rim protectors in this league, but he can also do it on the perimeter. I've seen guys turn down three-point looks because he's standing in front of them.
That one falls.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Orlando making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. All right, let's get an update on Jason Tatum from Allie LaForce. What'd you find out?
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer from Los Angeles provided some information. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. The good news from the training staff is that they do think he can play on it, so he won't have to miss minutes. Guys?
Okay, thanks for that. This injury certainly looks like it could be serious.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
Yeah, you never want to speculate on injury, but that didn't look like something you were going to bounce back from quickly.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I'd keep going to that until they stop it.
And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have
Y'all want to cheat me? I'm going to cheat y'all. He's strong.
Number 15.
What's his name? Manuel.
it. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes it inside, and he gets the bucket.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
The Magic have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Shea probing. He's got it. Just 2 of 7 from the field, though.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Screen by Eason. 6 on the shot clock.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Williams, a screen on Powell. Here's Sprewell. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And there's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. 6 points for him. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Graham?
Well, BA, they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
Orlando calls timeout. Will go for a different look here. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Porzingis. Jaren Jackson comes in for Eason. Tatum, he's checked in for Walsh. And it's Edwards in for Powell. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Jackson outside. Pass to Tatum. 1:56 left in the first half. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot. Edwards for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Orlando has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Here's Gill. Down low. Here's Ori. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a 3-point Orlando lead.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Jackson with a screen on SGA. And it's blocked by SGA.
Impeccable defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. For a guard, he blocks a fair amount of shots.
4 on the clock. Edwards, so good inside.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. And SGA throws it down.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Thomas with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. Outside, SGA. To the inside. Here's Edey. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Edey's got his 2nd bucket of the game.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Out to the wing. 3-pointer.
Got him.
Sure, from 3-point range.
Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Edey.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Orlando ahead. They lead by a bucket. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
11-2, man. 11-2. Giannis want to go to Orlando. That's why he hurt his team.
One thing in their favor, they're taking care of that basketball, Shaq. In a close game, that can make all the difference.
No question about it. Their execution has been exceptional. And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
I think it's fair to say we know how this probably is going to shake out. But crazier things have happened.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Kicking off the second half, here's Lloyd Pierce's 5. They've got Zach Edey. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there. Cameron Thomas. Victor Wembanyama.
Thought if they'd won a championship with broken back.
Forward position.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Simmons. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Orlando shooting their first free throws here tonight. He's off on the first. And he's good on the second.
Well, didn't sink them all, but at least that puts them in front.
The Lakers trail. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. Here's SGA. The baseline J is on the way. Here's Edey. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Orlando shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Left side Tatum. Jackson on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander against Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Edwards. And it comes off the front of the rim. Orlando leading by 4. Here's Gill. Edwards pulls it in. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. The putback. The kick to Tatum. Lets it go from deep. Orlando with the rebound.
They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just 1 of their first 4 attempts.
Gill, pass to SGA. To the middle. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
A 6'6" playmaker. SGA has a great view of the floor.
Orlando shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. Lakers trail by 7. Tatum with it, and it's Edey picking him up. A big-time flush by Giannis.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Edey with a screen on Edwards. Pass to SGA. Back to Thomas. Fires the 3. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. SGA's got 4 assists now tonight. And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Irving's checked in for Los Angeles. Antetokounmpo, a screen on SGA. Irving, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Savvy play call by Irving, moving the pieces around with a pick and roll to set up a shooter.
Well, we get to see future Hall of Famer in Kyrie Irving tonight, Grant. What's his best skill?
I'll be honest, B.A. I've never seen a guard finish like Kyrie around the rim. He makes really difficult buckets look too easy.
Lakers trail by 6. Jackson with a screen on Thomas. Here's Edwards. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Orlando calls timeout. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
One more time for the Lakers squad.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Thomas. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Well, that's the kind of defensive play you need to win ball games. Great block from Wembanyama.
Wow, Victor takes it to him inside.
And lately, this guy is finding points. I mean, just a beautiful second chance bucket right there.
Well, he's been doing a great job of making something out of nothing, especially on the offensive glass.
And once he gets to the rim, it's
right there, just takes his 2 points, moves on. Irving against SGA. Shot clock at 5. Looking to get it going. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his falls apart once the ball goes inside.
All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-hustling the opposition on the offensive glass.
The Lakers have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. For the lead. Orlando with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And here's SGA outside. Sinks the tray. SGA's got 9.
Coach likes that look. And Gilgeous-Alexander from the corner.
And finished off by Tatum.
Unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Bagley's checked in for Orlando. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Orlando. They lead by 1. Pass to Williams. Count it. Williams has gotten his first basket of the night.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
The kick out to Edwards. Now Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Count that bucket.
Passing out of the pick and roll. Tatum's such a good decision maker. You want the ball in his hands.
To the paint. It's intercepted. Outside Edwards. Muscling it up and in. Edwards.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Orlando has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Inside. The kick out to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. And stolen by Edwards. To the inside. Lewis. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Gotta give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance. Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Edwards. Ooh, Edwards with style and authority.
Well, everything about Edwards' drive makes it dangerous. His speed, his agility, and his lack of fear.
SGA against Edwards. SGA passes to Williams. Oh, and a great assist by SGA. That one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 5 here tonight. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Lakers. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Orlando trails by 3. Jackson out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's Powell, and it's Lewis in at the 3. That's the Laker 5. Jackson against Wembanyama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Porzingis finds Powell. On the take. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. Oh, Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
Well, this is why Wembanyama is such a nightmare. The size, the speed, the touch, he has it all working.
Misses the layup.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Stolen by Jackson. Jackson with a screen on Allen. Ooh, stolen by Allen. To the middle. Here's Sprewell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Magic lead by 3.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Woo! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Orlando making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Lloyd Pierce as he talked with the team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done. So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
You can tell how confident Jackson Jr. is working the pick and roll set. He moves with real purpose.
Wembanyama, high post. Working on Porzingis. Pulls it.
Look at that.
Wembanyama, no good.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Porzingis with a screen on Allen. Down low. Oh, and Porzingis powers it home.
A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism, I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Steps back. Allen outside. Orlando moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. Porzingis grabs the board. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Orlando trails by 3. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
First personal foul.
And the Lakers with some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Tatum comes in for Lewis. And it's Anthony Edwards in for Powell. On the wing, SGA. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Gill. Lets it fly. And Wembanyama gets it to go. And that's 18 points for Victor Wembanyama.
A big moment for the big man. Wembanyama stepping up in a huge way.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
Edey with a screen on Edwards. Thomas. Oh, missed on the tray. The Lakers lead by 3. Here's a pass to Tatum. Edey rips down the board. The Magic have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Oh, no good. The Lakers have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Jackson with a screen on Edey. Tatum. Okay! Tatum punching it home.
Well, you know who their #1 option is when they need a big bucket. And Tatum rarely disappoints.
And he racks up 2.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Edey rips down the board. Orlando trails by 3. And stolen by Edwards. Jackson with a screen on Wembanyama. Edwards.
Edwards brings so much power to his game inside.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
At the line for the Lakers.
And he ends up making the second. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Orlando shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Edey with a screen on Jackson. Here's SGA. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy's believe in his ability to come up big.
Sit down.
Whoa, that is as clutch
This
as
is
it
my
gets.
squad.
Big time play.
I built
Yeah,
that
don't
bitch.
you just love to see a player
I
embrace
tear
that
that
kind of
bitch.
pressure?
Timeout. Magic. SGA, Edey.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
This is their chance to stretch the lead, Grant.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Edwards. He takes it in. Jams it home.
Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
Up top, SGA. Look at Shea playing big inside.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And he's unable to get the second one. Timeout. Magic. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To tie it up. Oh, the long ball, no good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Giannis, you said these games start to matter more as you come down the stretch. Can you tell me more about that?
Just coming out here, try to play good basketball, try to play together, and try to get better. You know, we just try to get in that playoff shape and just get better.
Championship always on your mind. Thanks, Giannis.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Grant.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Utah Jazz. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Ryan is out there with Lucas. Then there's Robertson. Then it's Miller, and it's McAdoo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Lakers, they've got Porzingis. Jaren Jackson is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Edwards. Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Here's McAdoo. Porzingis with the block. And here is Antetokounmpo. That one's in, his first shot this game.
You know that this is where Giannis wants the ball, but how do you stop him? I don't have the answer.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Lucas. And here's Bryant for three. Porzingis with the rebound. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
A combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
Edwards against Miller. Pass to Robertson. 5 on the clock. Here's McAdoo. The Jazz with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And Giannis gets it to go.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Robertson passes to Miller. A three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
The Lakers moving the ball around. Jackson a screen on Lucas. Floats one. Jackson misses.
I thought he had that one. I think he did too.
We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 6. Jackson setting the pick here for Giannis. And Jackson throws it down hard.
You gotta love seeing Giannis move the ball. Not just a scorer now, but a capable passer too.
Jazz trail by 8. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
It's your Lakers squad. Come on, let's give a big round of applause.
Looking to end the run. Out to Miller. Outside, Bryant. Clock at 6. Miller dishes to Lucas. The 3. Porzingis with the block.
That reach of Porzingis is just outrageous. I mean, I love when he uses it on defense to stifle shooters.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for the Lakers. The switcher also for Utah. Salon's checked in. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Irving. Porzingis with a screen on Robertson. Irving passes to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12. No good off the front iron. Jazz trail by 8. Miller outside. To the paint. Here's McAdoo. Good on the short little jump shot.
McAdoo, a talented scorer on the block now. I mean, he knows exactly how to get the position he wants to score down there.
In the corner, Irving with it. Giannis outside. Jackson setting the pick here for Giannis. And Jackson throws it down hard.
What agility there. Look how quick Jackson moves after setting the screen. Perfect execution.
To the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's Miller on the wing. Pass to McAdoo. Tries it from 19. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Irving kicks to Jackson. To the inside. Stolen. In transition. Here come the Jazz. Pass to Salon. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Robertson. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's a good screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's McAdoo. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys. But if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. Los Angeles making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Whitmore, he's checked in for the Jazz. Collier comes in for Robertson. And he can't get the first one.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with. A beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him. An attitude of joy and unselfishness.
And it's time for an injury report.
I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Los Angeles. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. They've decided this is an injury that can be played through, but we'll see if it's a limiting factor. Back to you.
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you. Guys, it doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Simmons looking around. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Whitmore. Buries the long-range jumper.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Left side, Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've been so aggressive going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Anthony Edwards out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Tatum, and it's Walsh with the force shot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Edwards. Lucas with the rebound. And it's Lucas with the ball for the Jazz. 4-point game. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Here is Edwards. Five to shoot. Utah with the rebound. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. In the corner, it's Whitmore. It's Lucas high post. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Saraf. Out to the right wing. There's the three. No good from Lucas. Lakers leading by 4. Tatum looking around. Nice touch by Tatum.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Utah making a change here. Bryant's checked in. Utah calls timeout. GA here about 3 level scores. But is it just 3 levels?
That's a great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Pass to Collier. Bryant on the wing, guarded by Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Whitmore missing. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here goes Edwards. Lays it up off the glass. Edwards got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Los Angeles. Now Whitmore to the middle. Here's Lucas. And Lucas slams it in.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Miller's checked in for Utah. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Inside, Lewis. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
Hey. There's a reason, GA. Right. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
To the paint, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, guys. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Back to you.
He has come a long way. Okay, thank you, Allie. Just 4 to shoot. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Jazz making a change here.
Too hard for the radio. Hey. Yeah.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Jazz making a change here. Whitmore's checked in.
Number 8, Cam Whitmore.
Now, here is Miller. 5 points in the game. Pass to Robertson. Off with the layup.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Jazz trail by 5. Now Robertson hasn't made one yet. Out to Miller. The Jazz working the ball around now. Connects from three-point range.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Utah's gone 2 for 5 from three-point line since the end of the first. The Jazz shooting their first free throws of this game. The first free throw is good. Now he's checked in for Edwards.
Salon taking 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. Tatum's shot is off.
Come on.
Jazz have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Miller outside. 6 to shoot. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Easton, Serena Robertson. They need this. Bryant with the steal. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Utah Jazz.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And, you know, another thing has been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Lakers trail by 4. Robertson with the steal. And here we go. Whitmore heading to the hoop. And Whitmore throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Tatum. No scoring in this one. Shot clock at 6. Eason with a screen for Tatum to the middle. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
You did with me too fast.
Utah substitution.
And so we conclude the first half. Utah in front as they end the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when turning back now to that game we've been watching? A positive first half for the Jazz.
Well, you can't.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And, you know, Cam Whitmore has been really making it happen, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Lucas is out there with McAdoo. Then it's Miller. Then there's Robertson. And it's Bryant in at the 3 spot. McAdoo misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Giannis dishes to Jackson. Jackson a screen on Miller. Back to Jackson. No good with the layup. Utah leading by 6. Here's McAdoo. Offline with his 3.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Jackson a screen on Bryant. Clock at 6. Off target at the rim.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
There's Miller with the 3. Good, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. Miller's got the lead up to 9 now for the Jazz. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Down low, here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And, you know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Pass to McAdoo. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Robertson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Nice shot by McAdoo. McAdoo's got 6.
Well, you know, if you're playing Robertson to score, not a bad idea, but that means you're going to leave other guys open, and he'll find them.
Edwards kicks to Jackson. Pass to Porzingis. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Miller surveying the floor. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
In close, Bob McAdoo stuffing it down with power.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the Lakers. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo playing strong inside.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here's Miller on the wing. Bryant. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Bryant. They grab their own miss. Outside for Jackson. 6 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. In transition, here come the Jazz. Miller outside. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Jackson setting the pick here for Edwards. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal shooting.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
The Jazz making a switch here. Salon's checked in. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. With the new 11-year, $77 billion TV deal kicking in this season and tons of compelling teams, the NBA is in a great place. Commissioner Adam Silver said the NBA is in as strong as a position as it ever has been. Not just in my time as commissioner, he said, but in my over 3 decades at the league. Guys, back to you.
And that is saying something. Okay, thank you, Allie. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Kristaps Porzingis. It's Miller on the way. Back to Robertson. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo. Strong finish.
That is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Robertson outside. Miller against it. Miller, no luck. Lakers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime.
You know, no opponent is willing to give Antetokounmpo an easy look. I mean, they want to make it hard on him, and he's going to get bodied up, and he's learned to accept that.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Utah Jazz.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Here's Salon. He's got 8. Count that bucket.
Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about him.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Miller. Powell, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by McAdoo.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here is Miller. He's got 14. McAdoo dishes to Lucas. Powell against Miller. Shoots over Powell. Miller, no luck. Lakers trail by 8. 9 feet out. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Giannis sets a screen for Powell. And there it is for him.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Robertson kicks to Miller. Fires for 3. Good on the triple. Miller's got 10 points in just the second half.
That's his second tray of this half. For the game, he's got 9 points from beyond the arc.
And here's Tatum for 3. That one misses. Puts up a deep 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Utah Jazz in control with the 9-point lead to end the... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Collier. We got Ben Simmons. Herbert Jones is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Powell. And it's Tatum in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And a missed layup. And so Bryant will bring it up for Utah. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Whitmore, no good from 11 feet. The Lakers on offense. Powell, the pass to Tatum. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Here's Bryant. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Bryant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Jazz. Lakers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. And the dunk by Powell.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Pass to Collier. Here's Whitmore. Guarded by Tatum. Here's Collier. On the wing, Miller. Guarded by Powell. Shot on the wing. Miller, no up. It's Powell on the wing. Rebounded by the Jazz. Solong's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Whitmore. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The shot by Powell, no good.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And a nice shot by Bryant.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Now here's Simmons. It's Powell on the wing. Jones kicks to Tatum. Over Whitmore. And the Lakers with another miss.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
And we've got a lineup change for the Lakers. Utah also making some changes. McAdoo, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. Lucas comes in for Bryant. And it's Robertson in for Collier. Bryant is checked in for Utah.
Substitution.
Yes. Fuck y'all niggas.
Number 11.
That's from my whip.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Shot clock at 5. To stop the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
Works that one inside nicely.
Jazz leading by 17. Robertson with it. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And Lucas slams it in.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
And here's Miller after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. For 3. The shot misses. Jazz leading by 18. Miller nailed from three-point land. Miller's got 9 points in the quarter.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up.
If Tracy can do it, Edwards can do it.
Robertson dishes to Miller. A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter. Antetokounmpo against Bryant. A 3-ball. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 8 rebounds in this game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Jazz.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. Lakers trail by 21. Edwards looking it over. Over Miller. Misses off the left iron. And here is Robertson. 16 feet away. And there's Miller. That's good on the assist by Robertson.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Pass to Jackson. And it's Utah with the rebound. Bryant passes to Miller. So it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So.